There's a conversation that happens in every real estate transaction that we legally cannot have as agents. But as someone who's lived and worked in Las Vegas for the past 6 years, I'm going to share my personal experiences, what I read in the news daily, and most importantly, give you the tools to do your own research. Because choosing the right neighborhood isn't just about schools and shopping, it's about feeling safe in your new home. Now, before we dive in, let me be crystal clear. As a licensed real estate agent, I cannot and will not make recommendations about neighborhoods based on crime statistics. That would violate fair housing laws. What I can do is share my personal observations from living here, discuss what I see in local news coverage, and teach you how to research this information for yourself. Every family's comfort level and definition of safety is different, and you need to make these decisions based on your own research and priorities. Now let's talk about the bigger picture. According to the latest FBI data and crime analysis reports, property crime rose 7% nationwide in 2024, with motor vehicle theft increasing 11%, while violent crimes has actually decreased in many areas. Property crimes like theft, burglary, car break-ins are on the rise across America as a whole. Now, why is this happening? Experts point to several factors. Economic hardship continues to drive property crime as financial desperation pushes some individuals towards theft. The clearance rate for property crime is much lower than violent crimes, meaning criminals are less likely to get caught. Social media and technology have also made it easier for criminals to organize retail theft rings and identify targets. Additionally, changes in prosecution policies in some cities have affected how property crimes are handled. In my personal opinion, the reason these kind of crimes are on the rise is there's no consequences to repercussions. Most of these crimes are committed by adolescents because their frontal lobe isn't developed. And for some reason, parents aren't disciplining their children like they used to. Like, I got disciplined because for every reaction, there is consequences. The pandemic also created lasting effects. Supply chain disruption made certain items more valuable on the black market. Remote work changed neighborhood activity patterns, leaving some areas less monitored during traditional work hours. And frankly, the stress and economic uncertainty of recent years have contributed to increased criminal activity in many communities, as well as people on social media telling everybody about their daily lives, where they are, where they will be, and when they go on vacation. This insights into people's daily lives gives criminals the leverage and knowledge they need to make their move. And also be careful of the company you keep, because usually crimes happen by people that know you, know your daily routine, know your habits. These are the ones that violate your goodwill, trust, and peace of mind. Let me share what I observed from reading the Las Vegas Review-Journal and local news every morning. Traffic fatalities. Unfortunately, Las Vegas consistently ranks amongst the most dangerous cities for pedestrians and drivers. I regularly see reports of serious accidents on major corridors like Flamingo, Tropicana, and Rainbow Boulevard, and many other places. From the daily news readings, I noticed certain types of incidents tend to cluster around specific areas, particularly vehicle break-ins in tourist corridors and retail theft in certain commercial districts. What I've observed is that certain types of incidents spike during major events like March Madness, New Year's Eve, and summer festivals, when our population temporarily doubles. And being such a tourist city, many of these news reports don't mention a lot of stuff that happens. I service a lot of first responders and Metro, and they tell me some things that are very unsavory. But that's what happens when you live in such a tourist-driven city. In my 6 years of showing homes here, I've noticed that buyers often ask about these issues after they've already fallen in love with the property and don't want to wait. Research it first, please. Research the community, do your due diligence. Now let's talk about my observations across the valley. Las Vegas proper, from experience working with clients, the areas closest to the Strip tend to have more transient related incidents Tourist corridors like Las Vegas Boulevard and areas near major casinos see different types of activity than residential neighborhoods. Established neighborhoods like Summerlin and parts of the Southwest have different profiles than downtown and East Las Vegas. Henderson, in my many years of practice, has maintained a reputation for family-friendly communities. Master plan communities like Inspirada and Cadence have different characteristics than older Henderson areas. What I've observed is that Henderson's crime report often focus more on property crimes than violent. Now, North Las Vegas has undergone significant development and improvement over the past decade. Some areas near Nellis Air Force Base have seen revitalization, while others still remain in transition. From news reports, I see both challenges and success stories in different pockets of North Las Vegas. And if we haven't met yet and you don't know me, my name is Shane Judge. I'm a real estate advisor out here in the greater Las Vegas area. I help people like you relocate, buy, sell, and invest in real estate in this beautiful area. Hit the subscribe button, share with people that are like-minded, hit that notification bell so you never miss out on another informal real estate education video. With that said, let's continue. Now here's something critical that nobody talks about, elephant in the room. Gates don't automatically mean safety. I've seen incidents reported in gated communities. Criminals often follow residents through gates, tailgating delivery vehicles, or finding other ways to access these communities. A gate is only as secure as the people who respect it and the systems that monitor it. Now, my experience with crime here, I've had my car broken into twice, but that was because of me. I didn't lock my doors. These were both in gated communities. One was in North Las Vegas, one was in Henderson. I had a better response in Henderson. They actually came and investigated it. North Las Vegas just told me to go online and file a report, because I guess they were too busy to come investigate it. Or it was a small car break-in, nothing major was stolen, so that might be the case. But that's my experience. Lock your doors, people. What really matters for your safety? Home security systems. Visible cameras, alarm systems, and smart doorbells can deter criminals and help solve crimes. Lock your car doors always. This seems obvious, but I regularly read about thefts from unlocked vehicles in our safest neighborhoods, and from my experience, it happened to me. Secure your garage. Don't leave your garage door open, visible to your car. Be aware of your surroundings, especially when arriving home late or leaving early. Just be mindful of the world around you. It's not all sunflowers and rainbows. Here's your due diligence toolkit. Government resources, Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department crime mapping, Henderson Police Department statistic, North Las Vegas Police Department reports, third-party platforms. NeighborhoodScout.com is a good one, provides detailed crime statistics by neighborhood. CrimeReport.com offers real-time incident mapping. Nextdoor.com is a great one. It lets you hear directly from current residents about experiences and is an excellent source of crime information. I have lived a few places in my experience here in different communities, and they definitely tell it how it is. So maybe if you're thinking about moving to a certain community, join that community on Nextdoor.com and see what's really going on. Local news sources like Las Vegas Review Journal, they always like to highlight the bad stuff, so they're always going to highlight all the crime in the area. Set up Google alerts for your specific neighborhoods you're considering. On-site research, visit neighborhoods at different times of the day and week. Talk to potential neighbors during your visits. Check with local business owners about their experiences. Drive through areas at night to get a feel for lighting and activity. Now, what should you look for? Well-maintained properties and landscaping often correlate with community engagement. Adequate street lighting and clear sight lines, proximity to police substations, like this one here. Quality school districts often reflect overall community investment. Traffic and infrastructure. Based on daily news reports, certain intersections and stretches of road consistently appear in accident reports. Areas with good walkability and bike lanes tend to have more community activity. Public transportation stops can be either assets or concerns, depending on the management. So how do you work with your realtor on this? Ask for resources, request links to crime mapping websites and local police department statistics. Request multiple showings, ask to see the property at different times of the day. Discuss your specific concerns, be clear about what safety means to you and your family. Ask about experiences, inquire about their knowledge of the local emergency services and response times. So basically, make sure you work with a realtor that will give you the insight and knowledge from their experience, give you websites and the actual resources you can use to research these communities and the crime statistics. Remember to balance safety with other factors. No neighborhood is perfect, and safety is just one factor in your decision. Consider your lifestyle. Are you home most during the day or night hours? Family composition? Different concerns for families with children versus empty nesters. Budget reality. Sometimes safety areas come with higher HOA fees or property taxes. Commute factors. A safe neighborhood means nothing if you're driving through dangerous routes daily. The bottom line is this: you have the right to feel safe in your new home, and you have the responsibility to research this yourself. I can't make these decisions for you, but I can ensure you have the tools and knowledge to make informed choices. Remember, this is likely the largest investment you'll ever make. Spend the time to research properly. Do your diligence. Beware of the company you keep. As the area you're moving to have a lot of schools, just keep this in mind, because most theft crimes are done by knuckleheads because their frontal lobe isn't developed. Lock your car doors even if you live in a gated community. If you see something, say something. Don't give criminals, or in some cases, knuckleheads, the easy route. And if you can't help but move to an area with high crime rate, get one of these. And make sure you stay diligent, because no one is coming to save you. First responders usually show up after a crime has been committed. What questions do you have about researching neighborhood safety? Drop them in the comments below. And if this was helpful, subscribe for the most honest conversations about Las Vegas real estate. And as always, thank you for watching. Stay curious, keep exploring, and I'll see everybody on the next one.